Moving on. Speaking of other less important deaths,
Yeah.
you recently had a death in your family.
Yes, what a terrible segue.
I know it's really bad, but
That's what we get for trying to do something with class.
I know.
We
It's right out
tried.
the window.
Oh, it's so
Well,
terrible. But yes,
well-
it's true. My Xbox 360 is no longer with us.
Yes. You're right. That is a terrible segue. Well, what happened? Why don't you talk to us about it? And really am interested in hearing about your experience dealing with Microsoft.
Of course, I'd be more than happy to go over my whole adventure with the fine folks at Microsoft. Well, basically, it started. I had actually played the 360. I was playing my new Lord of the Rings: Battle for Middle Earth 2, and I played that game, and then I stopped playing, and then like 4 hours later, there was nothing on the television. I'm like, oh, I'll play more, and I turn on my 360. No, I was gonna play you in Call of Duty 2. That's what it was.
That's right. I was
And-
actually there.
Yes, and I
lived
go, and I initially go to play game, and the noise that my disc drive started making was.
That's good. That's enough. That's really good.
Thank you. And
That was the disc spinning up?
that was the disc. It wouldn't. It was like trying to play
okay.
something, and it just wouldn't play. And
Got
then wait, it got even better. Then
Okay.
I said, okay, I'm just gonna let it run until it stops. And then I got a thing that came up on my TV screen, and my TV screen actually said, "Please insert this disc into an Xbox 360."
Yeah. I've had that a couple of times happen. Not
guess
the
that-
noise, but I've gotten
but
some
that-
weird
yeah.
messages like that. And I've gotten, I tried to play Hitman the other day, and it said that the disc was a mixed media disc. It came up. So whatever that means.
I don't know. Yeah,
Anyway.
exactly. And then it started recognizing the game as a DVD, and then it still wouldn't play. And then I opened the tray to take the disc out and put it back, and I was going to try another game. So when I hit the close button again on the tray, it would
Yes.
close and open up again.
Awesome.
So now the disc tray won't close, so I can't play a game if I wanted to.
Even when you turn it off, it won't close.
Yeah, even when I turn it off, it just
Okay, so at this point, you're totally freaking out because I know that you can maybe have a little bit of a temper when it comes to stuff like this.
just a tad bit. I get mad.
Just a tad bit. You get mad. So I can
And-
imagine the cursing that was going around at the Wombat Headquarters.
I think I handled myself pretty well. I only kicked the dog once. And
Right.
so I call, 1-800 for my Xbox.
Yeah.
And I get one guy. Well, first of all, you have to go through the whole automated menu.
Yeah.
I push 1 for Xbox 360 help,
Okay.
and 1 again because I'm having problems with my Xbox 360.
Right.
And a gentleman picks up the phone, and he goes, "Hi, this is Microsoft. How can I help you with your Xbox today?" And I explained to him my problem, and he goes, "Ooh, hold on 1 second. I need to transfer you."
Okay. After you tell them the whole story,
The
did you
whole
make
story.
the noise?
No, I didn't make the noise like that. 45 minutes later,
Oh my God.
I was on hold for 45 minutes after having spoken to a live human being.
Oh my God.
Hey, it gets better. Someone else
Okay.
picks up the phone, has no idea that I've been on hold. Picks me up as if, I'm the first person that I've
Right.
spoken
You just
to.
got it.
My assumption is the guy, it was like the end of his shift.
He just left
And he
you
just
there?
put me on hold and went home.
Yeah. Awesome.
The next guy actually, first of all, I tell him the problem.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, let me give you a number, an account number, in case you get disconnected from us again. And I go, I wasn't disconnected. You
I was
put
left
me on
hold.
hold for
You
45 minutes.
bastards.
And then he goes, well, let me transfer you to Xbox 360 help.
Again.
Why did I push 1 when I answered? Why have the automated service if it doesn't work?
Right. Didn't the first guy say that too?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So now he transfers you.
And I get a guy who speaks English, sorta.
Second language English speaker.
Yeah. So it took about 45 minutes for him to say to me, we're going to ship you out a box so you can mail it back.
You had to go through like all different troubleshooting things.
He goes, did you try closing the tray?
Oh,
No.
what, jamming it closed with your hand, you mean?
No, just pushing the button. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
oops.
you're a genius.
Right, I didn't try that. I tried talking to it. I asked it nicely to close.
Where would I be without you, Xbox 360
So
helpline?
literally that discussion with him took 45 minutes.
Took 45 minutes, yeah. So I had to. Now they're sending me a box, which I haven't gotten yet. I'll probably get it tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, how'd you get the tray closed?
When I unplugged it, I just had to force it closed. And
You
since
just
it's
use
not
your
since
right.
it's not plugged into anything now, there's no motor opening it.
Got it.
So yeah, I just have to keep it unplugged. Although I
So-
will admit the guy was very specific. He said, "Don't send any wires and don't send your hard drive."
Right, because they're gonna wipe the shit out of it otherwise.
Yeah, probably.
Oh boy. All right. Well, sort of sad. So, little follow-up question. Kane Robot had posted this in the CAG bag section, but it's appropriate for here. He asks Swami, now that your 360 has gone tits up, how do you feel? Are you pissed at Microsoft and cursing a flawed product, or are you just thinking this happens to early adopters? I knew what I was getting into. Also, do you think Microsoft is lying about and or downplaying how many consoles were really sent in for repairs or came back as defective?
Well, this is the first console I've ever had that's broken.
Really?
But, yes, I've never purchased a broken console before.
Oh, man.
But I will admit I am glad I did buy the extended warranty.
Well, that's good.
So this whole thing, shipping it back, isn't going to cost me anything.
Except your valuable time without a 360.
Except for my valuable time without a 360. But it doesn't physically cost me anything. And I guess there was part of me that just knew that I read the news about it, after I had purchased it, I guess is really when all the news came out about how faulty some of these
Right.
were. Thank God for the internet, really.
Right.
Because
Did
if
you
it
buy
wa-
the warranty at the time of purchase?
Yes. I bought it as
Okay.
soon as I got it. The next day I
Okay.
mailed out the check.
Got it.
So I
Wow.
have a
Yeah,
2-year
well,
warranty. Yeah. So
So you had that going for you.
exactly. So there was part of me that I guess maybe it was just I deep down knew it was bound to happen eventually.
Shit, man. I don't, he asked if I had a broken 360 experience as well. I have not. And I'm sort of really screwed because I have a US 360 in Japan. I mean, if I mail it, what can I do? I mean, my option is basically mail it to Microsoft. It's going to cost me like $100 at least. And then they would only mail it back to like my parents in the US. They would have to mail it back to me for another $100. It would be pretty much a disaster if mine breaks. So I don't know. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, you're screwed if it breaks, but I don't. And of course, I've called it the curse of Wombat because,
Okay.
as you know, for the last X number of shows, I've complained about how there's been no good download content. And
Right, and now
today,
they've-
the day after the thing breaks.
They're announcing all these live games, live arcade games.
Yeah, so that's the curse of the Wombat.
Well,
Everybody
I've
else
had some
wins.
broken. Yeah, the curse of the Wombat. Well, I've had some broken PS2 stuff. I've been through. Man, I think I've been through 2 PS2 consoles, but those didn't cost $400 at the time that they were broken, so I wasn't that upset. And they sort of they didn't totally break. They just sort of stopped playing the blue back discs and all that. I don't know. And of course, we have the fabulous Wombat in New York City. How you doing, Wombat?
Just swell, thank you. How's everything going by you?
Wonderful.
That's
This
nice.
is am I speaking to the Xbox 360 list, Wombat?
I don't think I'll have one next show, and I probably won't have one the show after that.
What's the status? I mean, I know we learned about your problems last week, but where have things progressed? How have things progressed?
Well, because I'm insane, after I didn't get my empty box after 4 days, I called them again.
Okay.
And to which I was told by Mrs. Wombat that I was just being overly paranoid and that she was sure it was on the way. Anyway,
Right.
I call up, and the guy on the phone goes, "How'd you know to call?"
Just like that?
Just like that. I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "How'd you know there was a problem? Because we didn't contact you." And I
Right.
go, I'm like, "I don't know. I just had a feeling." He goes, "You're psychic, aren't you?" And it took me 5 minutes just to convince the guy I wasn't a psychic.
You're like, no, I just realized you guys are freaking idiots, and
For-
there's a really good chance you're going to screw it up.
Basically, when you they send a complaint to Microsoft, you have the guy on the phone, he types in all your information, then he has to hit one button, When he clicks on that button, it sends it to the shipping place, and they get you your box. The guy I spoke to did everything but hit the ship button on the bottom of the page.
Right.
So
he basically spoke to you for like 45 minutes and then forgot to do the one thing that was really his job.
Exactly. So I call up with my little account number going, yeah, I just want to check the status of account number 101, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, hold on a second. Let me get my supervisor. Yeah. So what can you do?
So now they sent out the box.
Yeah.
Did you like blow a shit fit on them? Or were you in control?
I was not too happy. I said I want overnight shipping, and they said, well, we can't do overnight shipping. I'm like, why can't you do overnight shipping? You're Microsoft.
Right.
And it was complaint. And then I'm like, well, then they said, okay, we'll send it to our most important file, and we'll email you tomorrow to let you know how quickly we can get a box to you.
Okay.
I never got an email, so I called again on Saturday.
I love that you're right on top of it.
Of course. So I call again on Saturday, and I get a very nice girl on the phone who explained to me why I wasn't getting emails, first of all. It took 5 people before someone can say, if you check off on Xbox.com that you don't want to receive any advertising emails from Xbox.
You don't get your service emails either?
You won't get service emails from Xbox either.
Well, that's a great system.
Yes, I know. And if you haven't noticed, everyone who works for Microsoft at Xbox facilities, they all
just got off the farm.
They all took like George W. And
so they say, "Yeehaw! You ain't getting no emails.
You ain't getting no emails." And I'm like, "This is ridiculous. Give me free stuff." I actually just said that.
Did you really?
Yeah, I said I want free stuff.
What'd they say?
They said, "Well, we can either send you Cameo, Perfect Dark Zero, or Project Gotham Racing 3.
And you obviously went for Project Gotham Racing 3 because that game is worth the most amount of money.
Exactly. So even if I hate it, I can still trade it in and buy 2 cameos.
Right.
So,
actually, I think you're going to like it because they've added some new content to it recently. The cat and mouse game, it's real fun. You can it's if you played Project Gotham Racing 2, you know about it. But we've been playing it a lot lately. It's a riot.
That's cool. I'm looking forward to, playing a game on my 360 again.
So you got the box.
I got my box today.
Okay.
So I called on Sunday of last week. So we're at 7 days in. It took me to get a box. No, not 7. More than 7. 9 days in.
Just to get the box.
Just to get a box.
God.
When they say the whole process, if you talk to them on the phone,
yes,
it should take 11 to 15 days for the whole process.
Business days.
Yeah.
So that's yeah, right.
Yeah.
See you at the end of August.
I'm like, I don't know about you guys, but for me, weekends count.
Right. Oh, well. Well, I'm sure I guess we won't be hearing about this for another couple of weeks then.
Yeah.
That'll have to hold us over. Your escapades with Microsoft customer service.
You don't think I'm going to call to make sure they got it? And then call again to make sure they shipped it out?
Right. That's good. Cool.
Make
sure you uncheck that box on Xbox.com.
Well, we checked the box and we looked at it and it looked fine. Well, did you plug it in? We didn't bother plugging it in.
Right. Oh God. Well, it's like, forget about it. All right. Well, we'll stay tuned. And
want some moonshine?
Right. Oh God. Settle down. Couple of Xbox Live Arcade games. Now, we talked about cloning Clyde, I guess, but you didn't get a chance to play it before because you didn't have a 360. Now, you got your 360 back, right?
Yes, I got it back.
Congratulations.
And it's working. And
everything is cool.
Everything is cool. So far, so good. I'm not going to count my chickens. It's only been what has it been, 4 days?
Right.
4 days. I'm not...
so it took about 2 weeks? It took more longer. It took about 3.5 weeks. 3.5 weeks.
I called on July 9th, and I got it on the 31st.
So the moral of the story is to basically harass the shit out of them.
Yeah,
from start to finish.
You have to. They never sent me an email.
You have to stay on top of that.
I never got any of the emails. They're supposed to send you an email when it's coming back to you with the tracking number. I had to call them just to get the tracking number to know when it was coming to me.
Right.
And not only that, but I had called on the actual day they shipped it out, and the guy said it hadn't shipped yet, so I called 2 days later, and they gave me the shipping number, and it had shipped that first time I called.
Right.
So I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I don't know who works
So you just
there.
got to stay on top of them, and eventually you'll get it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Otherwise, forget it. Forget it.
Right.
You're never going to see it.